Well, hello, Jennifer. I'm very excited to be here for this week's episode of
Bella in the backcountry.
Here with the Bella. I'm here with the Bella.
Isn't that funny?
Okay, so refresh our memories. What are you going to be doing in just a few weeks?
In just 14 days from today, I am going to be getting on an airplane from here in Austin, Texas, and landing in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where I will drive a couple of hours to the Knowles Ranch. I'll stay there for 4 days while I train with my team, my cohorts, my compadres, and I get to know my horse because, like I said, in 4 days we'll be headed out for a 10-day horse packing expedition in the Red Desert of Wyoming. And we will be packing out and camping and tent camping and going 80 miles on a horse across the Red Desert. And so many things I kind of know, so many things I have no idea. It's a big deal. And I don't even know how to feel. I'm all over the place.
Okay. This sounds like a pretty amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
What on earth possessed you to say, I'm going to leave the confines of Austin, Texas, where they keep it weird, and I'm going to plant my arse on a horse in a desert with no name for 80 miles?
So I have to say that nothing possessed me to do this. I would have never in a million years thought of this. It was not in my consciousness. It was not on my radar. I don't know anybody that lives in Wyoming, and I've never been on a horse. I'm from New York City, so it's just not, even though I live in Texas, I'm not a cowgirl.
How came you by this opportunity?
So I belong to a group here in Austin, Black women who, formerly known as Black Women Who Kayak. And I joined it to help join other people of color, other women of color, to get involved in outdoor activities. And through that organization, I won our holiday raffle. And I won this trip, sponsored by the organization and Knowles, which is a National Outdoor Leadership School. And it's an expedition that they wanted to see more people of color in those spaces, and I am one of the fortunate ones. So it was not on my radar. It's not something I would have signed up for, but it actually came to me on New Year's Day, and I just feel like, at first I was like, no way. I'm 54 years old. This is for younger people. This sounds so crazy. It sounds awesome, but it's not for me. And as the day progressed, maybe 4 or 5 people, including my own child, my son, said to me, well, yeah, of course you're going. Of course you can do it. And I was like, and other people were saying, oh, well, of all the people that could have won, you're the one who should have won, because this is something that you're cut out for this. And I was like, oh, I am cut out for this. I am cut out for this, but I'm still scared. So I'm balancing this sense of adventure, this inner sense of adventure, with this heavy fear.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question which may seem out of order to you. We always look at big trips. We always look at adventures like this as something that will change our lives. So we know that it will change us, and we kind of look ahead to what it might feel like on the flip side. Like, after I've been through this, I'll have learned this, and I'll feel confident here. I'll feel good in all of these ways, or so forth. And I think that's great. But what I want to know is, how has this trip, the potential for this trip, already changed you?
It's very interesting that you say that, because I am already saying, well, I think because this is a leadership school, and because it's such a, outside of my comfort zone, I'm definitely going to grow. I'm definitely going to gain things. And so I've already kind of like bookmarked, well, after this is over, I'll be able to do X, Y, and Z. And that's such a funny thing, right? Like, I have that in my head, why can't I just do that thing right now?
So are you starting to do that thing right now?
I'm starting to become more comfortable with the idea of it, whereas before there were some things where I was like, absolutely not, I'm not going to do that, that's not me, I can't, I'm afraid. And now I'm saying to myself that, this opportunity is going to push those boundaries and make me stronger. So I'm warming up to the idea of it being a possibility. Can I just jump right into it and do it now? Probably, but I'm not going to, because that's my, just my natural human fear of things that, I gotta warm up, I gotta ease into some things.
Okay.
Some of them are like, like normal things like public speaking or, like I don't like to do public speaking. I'm not comfortable with the idea of it. It's definitely affected my life, right? So I feel like, this is an opportunity to push that boundary. Even though I have had to do it, but it feels like this is the type of thing that would make me, and I have a lot to say.
So speaking of which, what exactly do you hope to accomplish from doing this?
I love the idea of becoming fearless. I mean, I'm thinking about this in terms of the physical fear that I have, and I'm having to push through some really serious physical fears. The physical fear of the animals, the elements, the surviving in the freezing cold. I've been looking at the weather. Like, I'm going to have to push through all of those things because I want to live, right? Like, I got to do it. It's so important for me to push and not hold anybody back and stay strong. And I've been preparing for that because I want to endure through, even though I'm afraid. So when I think about the things in my life that I'm afraid of that are not physical things, but, advancing at work or, maybe starting a business or, becoming the best me that I can, it's so easy to just say, no, I'll just stay small. I'll just stay where I am. I won't push because the fear is debilitating and I'm just not going to push through it. I don't have enough of an incentive in my mind yet, although I know that there's a lot of growth on the other side of that. I'm very comfortable in staying small. And I think that I'm hoping and I'm planning for the challenge of pushing through that physical fear to translate into my life and to say, well, fear is what people say, right? It's false evidence appearing real. And that I push, although those 21-degree temperatures are real, those bears and coyotes will be real, but I'm gonna endure and I'm gonna push through it and I'm gonna survive. And then I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna transmute it and I'm gonna remember it and I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna use it as fuel and I'm gonna help propel myself through some of the bullshit that has been holding me back, because really that's what it is. Like, why can't I speak up at work? Why don't I assert myself? Why don't I stand out and stand, on faith and start a business, consult, speak, teach, whatever it is that, I have a lot inside of me to share and give, but it's real easy to stay small. It's real easy to watch 24 episodes in one weekend,
Our final question.
Uh-oh. Why do I feel like this one's going to be juicy?
The final question is, compare and contrast what you expect to happen with the movie Blazing Saddles.
Well, I honestly don't know if I've seen Blazing Saddles. I mean, like, I know all the cultural references. Is it Cleavon Little and Gene Wilder? Like, I'm there with you on the cultural references, But I don't actually think I've ever sat down and watched the whole movie. I think I was too young.
Your homework is to watch Blazing Saddles before you go.
Do you think that's gonna help me on the trail?
I think it's gonna help you tonight.
And I've seen a lot of other Mel Brooks movies, of which, by the way, my favorite is The Meaning of Life, the History of the World. History of the World, Meaning of Life. Life
Well,
of Brian.
Those aren't Mel Brooks. Those,
Okay.
Yeah.
What's History of the World? Monty Python.
Yes.
Aren't they like kind of related? No.
Needle scratch.
Which one made Spaceballs?
Mel Brooks.
Okay.
Mel Brooks.
And Mel Brooks is like
and Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks.
Okay. It's satire. I see how you could put that all in the same kind of genre, like Benny Hill, like all slapsticky, funny. Come on.
Okay, cowgirl.
Inappropriate.
Okay, cowgirl.
Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.